Good morning, welcome back to a glorious morning in Poole, Dorset. Yes, I'm out bass fishing again. Obviously the weed has been bad. I haven't had much opportunity to get to the beaches, obviously with tourists and the weed going through as well. So my only option is to bass fish in Poole. It's the way it is every year, nothing changes. But this is a glorious Sunday morning. And hopefully you can see there's still a few patches of weed about. And obviously if you can see down there, the shoreline still has a bit of weed. There's a few floating islands out there. But the mullet are swimming about, so hopefully the bass are here this morning. I fished here yesterday, I tried to get a video and I had nothing. I come out at 5 o'clock in the morning, I finished at 10:30 and nothing. I went back out at 3:30 till about 6 o'clock, nothing. But it's glorious. I've got my rod ready, so hopefully we can catch some footage this morning. I'm on the top waters this morning. Obviously I'll show you those in a bit later on if I remember. Hopefully we can get a capture today. I'm on my new GoPro. Hopefully the settings are right for a video. So let's get into this fishing. Let's see if we can get a bass out of here this morning in the beautiful Poole, Dorset. Right, here we are. Just going to set myself up on the rocks, get myself a nice flat rock I can balance from. Like I say to people, if it's been raining, just watch where you stand, because these rocks are really slippery. What I've got on this morning, I've got my Penn spin fisher on there this morning, because I had loads of wind knots on my other reel yesterday and I've just not had time to do it. And obviously, I'm on the old faithful Black Rock Bass Attack. I've also got the Shaman in the van as well. Right. Pachinko, copy on. Let's give it a cast out. Obviously I've got to avoid the weed patches in front of me. And let's see if today fish is better than yesterday. Let's see if we can get a take on camera this morning. But it is forecast really bad today, so it's 5 o'clock. And I'm going to take my chances. Hopefully I can get an hour or two in before the bad weather comes in this morning. There was a lot of mullet work in this morning as well as I got here. While I was setting my rod up. Let's see if we can get a follow or an actual take. This is one of the things with fluorocarbon, a lot of people don't use it. But when you've got braid on there, sometimes the line does get hooked up. Now if you haven't got that fluorocarbon on the braid, sometimes it will pinch through that braid. That's part of the reason for doing it. It saves splitting the braid. And the last thing you want is to lose a fish where you've frayed the braid. Just gently working that lure. Oh, fish on, fish on, fish on. What a take. I pressed the wrong button on the camera there, guys. Wow, he's staying down there. Oh, look at that. He's staying right down. He's staying down deep. Look at the bend in that rod. He's staying well down. Oh, there he is. That's literally, I think, the second or third cast. Beautiful. It's not a big one. It's not as big as I thought. But it's not a bad size. That ain't a bad start at all. Well happy with that. Superb. What a start. Right, let's get me rag out and my pliers out, guys. into the old battle bus. What a cracking start. What a beautiful start. Second or third cast that was, hit me straight off the top. Hopefully the camera picked that up, guys. Not the biggest of bass, oh, but well happy with that, guys. Absolutely well happy with that. It's a lively little sucker. Right, let's go and get this bad boy back, guys. I don't like keeping them out of the water too long, but look at that. Superb fish this morning. Just take my time walking down the rocks again. Right, I'll have to throw him back because of tides. He's well and truly legged. Oh yeah, he's legged it. Absolutely legged it. What a cracking start. You can't grumble at that for this time in the morning. Yesterday I had nothing. So I'm just happy to get that one out this morning. Let's get into this. What we're going to do now is make a move from where I am. Had that lovely bass out, second or third cast I think it was, and then I got hit off the top. I don't know whether the camera captured it or not. I'm going to make a move to another bay. I've had nothing else here at all, so there's no point in staying. I'm going to keep moving this morning from different bay to different bay. But I hope you enjoy this. While I drive up the road, I'll put you a nice little short drone clip in. You'll see a bait dragging boat working, which a lot of people haven't seen before. So what it is a boat going around in circles, getting ragworm by using like an anchor. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna get in my van and make a move up to the further bay. Hopefully we can get some bass. Enjoy this little clip. Well, I'm in the back bay, and I don't know whether you be able to see, there is a massive fire over on the Purbex. Absolutely huge. I don't know whether the camera will actually pick it up. Oh, there's a big mullet right down there. Look at that. But that is a huge fire. Looks like the heathland's on fire or something. But this is the back bay. There's not a lot of water in it at the moment. We're really shallow, as you can see. The shoreline. One other angler down here. But he's just packed up now. He's had nothing out of here. So what I'm going to do, and like I said before, just keep moving. If I don't catch from here, I'll go all the way back to Poole again. Let's see if we can capture that mullet. I don't think you're going to see it in the water, but you can see him coming up feeding it. There he is. Look at the bow wave off of that. This bay is absolutely full of big mullet and baby mullet. I can see him under the water, but I don't think the camera will. He's right at the end of my rod tip. Look at that. Fins out the water. There he is. And that is, oh, there's two there. There's one behind each other. Yeah, they don't look very big ones. They're quite small, actually. But it's a beautiful sight to see the fish actually swimming around. But they're still there. There's two. There's one right behind each other there. Obviously feeding on the weed. All the crap that's around there. That's what they feed on. They basically feed all the crap. But his fins just out of the water. The second one's not got his fins out, but the first one has. Right, let's have a few casts here, guys, and we'll see what we can get. Yeah, what a lot of people don't realise, and I've had a comment about fishing Poole Harbour for bass at a bass nursery, blah 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 blah, and it's like catching fish in a fishbowl. No, it's not. What people got to realise is the amount of times I come out to actually get one video in one day. I don't edit like videos together from each day. I do it from the same day, so I scrap loads of footage. And that's the thing, people just don't see the effort that actually goes into getting a video. You don't always catch. That's the thing. It's about trying. And because it's a bass nursery, it doesn't mean there's bass everywhere and you put a rod in and catch a bass. It just doesn't happen. I probably get one video from about 15 sessions. Yes, I've had a few out here and there on just going out for enjoyment and not filming, but trying to get footage to edit it down to like a 15-20 minute video if you're lucky is really hard. It doesn't happen. But yeah, that was quite a funny comment. I won't say who it is, but he knows who he is. He'll be watching this. And this time of year, like I said, the weed's been bad. I can't get to the beaches. I love bass fishing. I've done it for a year now, and it's the only choice I've got this time of year. Every year's going to be exactly the same. There's going to be no difference. You've got to fish the seasons you're in. That's the way I see it. It's the way I do it. At the end of the day, these videos are about my life and my fishing. I've got no plans on what I'm doing. I literally just go, I live local, so I'm going to fish local marks and try my luck. I'm chasing that 10-pounder. That is my lifetime goal, to get a 10-pound plus from the shore. And that's what makes me keep coming out, trying to go for that goal. And if I do get that goal, I'll still be out here chasing those bass. It's just the anticipation of waiting for that hit off the top. There is no better feeling. Let's give this another cast out. Yeah, this bay's quite shallow, so I've walked down from up there and I walk all the way down back to my van. If I don't get a follow or a hit, I will go back down to sort of like Asda area. But this is what's involved with bass fishing. You've got to find them bass. It ain't no good just sitting there in one spot. It just doesn't work. But what I have done lately is I've slowed the retrieve down, slowed the twitch down a little bit, and I have been getting better hits from the bass as well. And hopefully the video this morning will show you one of the bass hitting. I don't think it did. I'm still getting used to this new camera, and obviously with the hindsight, you've got to press record as soon as you get a hit, and obviously it keeps like 15 to 30 seconds before you press the record, which is quite good. So I've got to get used to the new camera, and hopefully we can get one of those captures. Also hope you like that drone footage as well. It's just a nice little bit of extra bonus in a video. Well, probably a short video, guys. Westerly winds, it's absolutely hampering getting the lures out. Tried my hardest, met a couple of people down here this morning, they've been out trying as well. Nothing else has come out. I was very lucky on that second or third cast, very lucky indeed. Tried everything, but bass fishing, switches on, switches off, just as quick as each other. I'm starving, it's now about 8:30 and I call it a day. There you go, there's 3.5 hours fishing and you're going to see it in 15 minutes, if that. So I appreciate you all watching, guys. If that's not worth a like and subscribe, I don't know what is. Drop a comment in there, every little helps, guys. Laters.